Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Maria and today we're going to be baking Italian orange juice cookies. It's a really simple recipe. They are very delicious. Most of the ingredients, probably all of them, you're going to have in your kitchen. So we're going to use vegetable shortening, orange juice. You can use freshly squeezed if you like, or a juice box. Icing sugar, we're going to roll the cookies in. We need vanilla, baking powder, all-purpose flour, white granulated sugar, 3 eggs. Preheating our oven right now to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And what we're going to do is beat the shortening with the sugar in a large bowl until fluffy. Now the shortening, I keep mine outside the fridge. It should be at room temperature. If you keep yours in the fridge, just let it sit out for an hour or two until it gets to room temperature. Now we're going to add our 3 eggs, one at a time. And we're going to beat well in between each one. We're going to scrape down the sides of the bowl. And we're going to add our 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. In a separate bowl now, we're going to add our 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And stir that up. And we're going to beat this into this flour mixture into our wet ingredients. And we're going to do it, we're going to add it in 2 additions, alternating with the orange juice. And I'm using ½ cup of orange juice here. It's going to be a sticky dough, but we are going to roll it in icing sugar before we put it on the cookie sheets. This is what our dough looks like. As you can see, it's very sticky. You could make these cookies as large as you like or as small as you like. I tend to like to make my cookies on the smaller side because I tend to make a variety, and this way people can have, 2 or 3 of each kind. You can use a teaspoon, or I tend to use even the melon scoop. But a teaspoon or a tablespoon or a cookie, one of those cookie scoops will do just fine. So we want to take out some dough and we're going to roll it into the icing sugar and then place it. You could put them 2 inches apart. I tend to put less. I find they grow, but I make my cookies small. They don't grow that much. So depending how big you make your cookies. Okay, there's 1 tray done. Now if you're using a regular oven, you could put 1 tray at a time, and you would have to bake them for about 15 minutes until the cookies are light brown on the bottom. I'm using a convection bake oven, so I like to put 2 trays in at a time. And I will bake my cookies Probably for about 9 or 10 minutes. I'll have I'll check on them to make sure you don't want to burn them. Plus I find I make my cookies smaller too, so they don't take very long. And these cookies will last in your freezer for at least 3 months. And you just take them out about 15 minutes or so before you want to serve them. And you've got fresh. They taste fresh. Nice to have with tea or coffee, a glass of milk or an espresso. They're a light cookie. All of my nieces and nephews and children have their favorite cookies. This one is my nephew Matthew's favorite cookie. He usually asks me if I've made any, especially at Christmas time. This is what they look like just out of the oven. I'm going to move them over to the cooling racks until they're fully cool, and then I will prepare to put them in a container to freeze them. But the house smells wonderful.